MasterChef is back.
I wouldn't be here unless I thought that I had the ability to be able to win.
2 expert judges to decide who wins.
We're looking for a great cook who can make it as a professional. Someone to turn out exceptional food under pressure.
I'm quite competitive in my nature, so I will push myself to go as far as I can.
The prize, to work in a top restaurant.
This competition just gets tougher. Whoever wins, it's going to change their life.
I do definitely want to win MasterChef.
MasterChef is going large. These 6 contestants all want to become the next star restaurant chef. But in this programme, only one winner will get through to Friday's quarter-final. They face 3 tough tests. They have to invent a dish from scratch.
It is really ferocious. That is hot.
They have to survive the pressure of working in a professional kitchen.
Come on, it's all breaking down. Let's keep going.
And they have to impress the judges with their own recipes.
The fish is very, very clean. That's perfect.
All in just 2 days.
Well, welcome to MasterChef. We want one competent, tasty plate of food, and that is going to be enough to get you through. We're going to give you 40 minutes in which to do it. Your time starts now.
It's the quick elimination test. Deciding which 3 stay are judges John Terode, top chef and restaurateur.
I want somebody who cooks food they love rather than what is impressive.
And food writer and ingredients expert Greg Wallace.
What I like to see today is a little bit of finesse, a little spark.
The contestants have 40 minutes to invent a dish from any of today's ingredients, which are chicken leg, banana, breadcrumbs, coconut, bacon, Tabasco, brandy and courgettes. Mother of 2 Claire is an experimental hit-or-miss cook.
A weakness is to maybe experiment a bit too far sometimes. I have had disasters, but I try not to think about them.
Claire, why are you on MasterChef?
Because I thought, and I do still think I'm good enough. This is enormous pressure, but I do think I'm a very good cook.
Good enough to what?
Good enough to win.
Competitive Lynn has entered MasterChef because of her love of winning.
My nature is quite competitive. I do like to win things when I enter them. I definitely want to win.
Lynn, tell us what you're cooking for us.
I'm not sure yet.
Brilliant. Really?
Good. Yep.
So which bit of it is it have you not made your mind up about?
I don't know how it's going to come together yet, but I'll work that out later on.
You've had nearly 10 minutes.
26-year-old Peter enjoys the science of cooking.
I wouldn't proclaim to be an absolute expert in these things, but, you know, I want to know why things happen.
Peter, I'm watching one very, very, very confident man chop a tomato with great grace and very much ease.
Thank you.
What's your inspiration?
I suppose I cook quite a lot of sort of Italian and French influenced things, but I'm not one for following recipes too much.
All right, Peter, you've got now 3 pans on the go. We're going to leave you to it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
James likes to plan. He's worried the invention test might stretch his ability to improvise.
I'm quite methodical in the sense that I'd often plan stuff out. So I feel reasonably confident when it comes to that, but maybe not so when I'm really not sure what I might be given.
James?
Hello.
Now, which direction has your enormous culinary brain taken you?
Unfortunately, it's probably gone down a quite predictable route. Chicken, bacon, tarragon sauce.
What is going to be our starch with that dish, then?
We don't have a starch. So, yeah, I think I've cocked up.
You've got 13 minutes left, guys. Do you have a big repertoire, Kieran?
started off cooking Chinese and I've just moved around the globe from there. So what I'm doing at the moment is trying to pool a lot of the influences and bring them into British style cooking and British produce.
It's very eclectic then.
Probably a bit too eclectic. I really need to start at this stage narrowing down, I think, and focusing and developing my own style.
Kieran's influences may be global, but his culinary dream has a very local flavour.
My dream would be to own a country pub or some sort of country restaurant where I can use local produce.
23-year-old Debrati is not afraid of a little heat in the kitchen.
I like to cook all types of foods, but mostly my favourite is spicy Indian food.
Debrati, why are you here on MasterChef?
I want to be a Michelin star chef, first of all, and then go back to India for helping the undernourished children. I'm
thinking Mother Teresa Gordon Ramsay mix. You've just got 2 minutes left and you should have food on your plates. You are finished. Time is up.
First up, it's Lynn. She's hoping her pan-fried chicken, bacon and courgette spaghetti will give her a competitive edge.
It's all cooked well. Predominant flavour is the tarragon in the sauce. Then bacon, chicken. You don't get very much from the courgettes. The capers are quite strong and the acid in that is good. With a bit of work, actually, Lynn, you've got quite a nice plate of food. It actually tastes okay. I mean, your chicken's cooked and the whole thing's seasoned. 1 minute, I'm going to go for another one, because I actually enjoyed it.
Global cook Kieran wants to impress the judges with his breaded chicken and bacon and courgettes with brandy.
Slightly sour flavour. What's on there?
The brandy, garlic and balsamic.
I'm not sure that brandy and courgette is a combination you're going to find in many recipe books. It's seasoned, you know, okay, you panicked, and just here, right now, I'm like, does he really cook?
Experimental cook Claire is looking to wow with her coconut sweet biscuits, bananas and custard.
Claire, you were shaking your head as you were walking up to the table. What's the matter?
Well, a sort of basic recipe that I've done 100 times hasn't really turned out how I thought.
Well, it's not like it's chewy. It's more like a macaroon than it is a wafer. Your custard's not really custard now, it's cream. Claire, I tell you what, I mean, it looks such a mess. I'm so sorry for you. Are you getting upset?
Yeah.
You all right?
Meticulous planner James has whipped up a pan-fried bacon-wrapped chicken with courgette and tarragon sauce.
No, look, that bit's not cooked. Which is funny, that, because it is in the middle. The chicken, that lacks a little bit of flavour. I think the skin should have come off, because it gets unpleasant. But we realise that you're nervous, and we realise that we don't see the best of your cooking abilities when you come in here.
Michelin-aspiring Debrati has made hot chili chicken with tomato and onion sauce.
Debrati, the main flavour in there is Tabasco. That is hot. The funny thing is, actually, it's seasoned quite nicely. I like the way you cooked. You cook with confidence. I think you cook a lot.
Yes.
It is really ferocious. I mean, it's warm. Wow.
Last up, it's technical cook Peter with herb chicken ragu, stewed courgette and potato rosti.
Nicely seasoned. It's the flavours of the Mediterranean. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. The flavours are good, the textures are good, and you know, when you're going to eat good food, as soon as it hits just under your nose, you know it's going to taste all right. You cook a lot. Right, you guys are going to go outside now and have a cup of tea. John and I are going to talk about you, and then we're going to decide who's staying and who gets sacked. I'm sorry, that's how it is. Thank you very much. I think this is probably one of the most nervous fields I've seen in a long, long time. There were so many scared people out there. I think we've got to actually straight away take James out of the equation. I don't think that guy cooks. I had bacon around the chicken that was falling off, still had the rind on it, wasn't cooked properly. I had chicken that wasn't cooked properly.
Couldn't quite work out how that happened, and I thought that would be me out the door.
There was nothing on James's plate which endeared me at all. There wasn't a glimmer of hope about food. Lynn's plate of food wasn't that attractive. Actually, it tasted okay.
I did get very nervous, and it definitely had me on a back foot.
I actually think Lynn probably does cook. If we put her through, I believe we might see some very good food from Lynn. Agreed. Now, Claire's plate of food was an absolute disaster.
Oh, yes.
But I believe her when she says she's made egg custard 100 times. You don't, do you?
The custard wasn't even custard, it was cream in the end of it. And the bananas were pan-fried and burnt. Greg!
Probably as worse as it could get, really, to be honest.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough, we'll have her out. Now we're on to Peter, are we?
The thing we've got with Peter is that I actually honestly do think he cooks quite a lot. His food was seasoned, he did the processes, he knew what he's up to.
50% confident, 3 out of 6, I don't know.
I think he probably deserves another go.
I think Peter does deserve another go.
Now we have to make a decision between Debrati and Kieran. Debrati, there was more Tabasco on that plate than there was left in her bottle.
I was very, very hot indeed. At least Kieran crumbed a piece of chicken. Unfortunately left the skin on, but at least it was seasoned.
I have never, ever seen somebody slice courgettes the size of doorsteps and then add brandy to them. What is going on?
This is tough. It's always tough, but today it is particularly tough. We are looking for an amateur who can make it as a professional. And as such, we have to lose 3 of you, and 3 of you are going through to the next round. We've made a decision.
Peter. You are staying with us, Peter.
Congratulations.
Claire and James, you're leaving us. Sorry. Lynn, you are cooking again, Lynn.
Thank you.
OK, it's now between Debrati and Kieran. Kieran, I'm sorry, it's not you. Debrati, well done. Well done.
I basically didn't mess any of it up, and I think hopefully, I wouldn't say it was a perfect plate of food, but I think they saw enough in it.
I'm feeling absolutely fabulous here. I'm looking forward to all the experience I can gain tomorrow.
It's definitely fierce competition. I think I can rise to the challenge.
For the moment, they can relax. But tomorrow, the pressure is on as they face 2 more daunting tests. It's early morning on day 2, and the contestants arrive at the Air Brothers restaurant in East London, specialising in Spanish and Portuguese cooking. Today, they'll be under the guidance of executive chef David Eyre.
Morning, guys. Morning, chefs. Welcome to the Air Brothers restaurant. Standards are high here, and if I don't like it, I'll be giving it back to you. We've got a busy lunch ahead of us. Good luck. Here we go. Order on, please. 7 covers. That's 2 brandada, 1 foie, 1 soup, 1 cauliflower, 1 prawn.
Yes, chef.
As the orders come in, the pace of the pro kitchen throws Debrati. She's responsible for the salt cod brandada, a simple dish, but one that demands precision.
They're going to the same table, so they're going to look the same.
Yes, chef.
What's missing on this one?
Corners.
Plate 3 squid. Those 2 brandadas took too long to come, yeah?
Yes, chef.
I'm feeling it's going to break down.
Lynn's responsible for the grilled Mozambique tiger prawns and instantly looks at home in the pro environment.
Lynn,
Yes,
you're
chef.
plating 2 prawns, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Immediately after that, plate another 2.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
2 prawns, chef.
Just stick it down here and I got it.
Peter has got timing issues with his Calderada seafood stew. Executive Chef David is worried.
Give me one Colorado, please. Ready?
No, 2 minutes, Chef.
Sorry, guys. Timing's all wrong here. Hold that prawns, please.
Yes, Chef.
Come on. It's all breaking down. Let's keep going. When I say Colorado, I mean just get it going, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, don't bug about anymore, please. Just get the coriander on it. Olive oil, lots of it. Table 32, please. Sorry about the delay.
Halfway through service and there's no let-up. And Debrati's inconsistent plating continues to baffle head chef David.
Don't you think it's too much pepper?
Too much pepper.
I think so. There, it's everywhere. Everything's going to taste of pepper. Place it again with less black pepper.
Okay.
Chef David's also got presentation issues with Peter.
I'm going to stick on the plate again, just looking a bit crowded. Underconfidence leads to just giving people more and more and more. Because you think that's a nice thing to do. In fact, you're messing them up.
Debrati's enthusiasm can't be faltered.
Yes, loving it. Definitely.
But her inconsistent plating causes Chef David's patience to finally run out.
You've done it again. They're not looking the same. You know what I mean? Look, they're off the toast, on the toast. It's a really easy dish. It's about as complicated as making a sandwich, it really is. I don't mind how it is, so long as they all look the same.
Okay, Chef. Yes, Chef.
Despite initial wobbles, Peter is now cooking competently.
Very, very busy, but it's very satisfying at the same time. Really enjoying it.
While Lynn thinks she's found her true calling.
Definitely today has made me think that it's definitely something that I want to do. It's just been really good. 2 prawns, Chef.
Thank you. And we dig ourselves out the mess. It's good.
80 covers later, service finally comes to an end. Time for John and Greg to meet Executive Chef David Eyre to see how they got on.
David, thank you very much. It looked like it was an extremely busy lunch. Generally speaking, were they better or worse than you thought they'd be?
Better. Peter will be as a stalwart. You know, a big, strong boy. He'll be fine. But he did have problems trying to plate it.
Tell me how Lynn got on during service.
Lynn was fine. I think she understands what it's got to look like and how it's got to arrive and why.
What about Debrati?
Debrati is obviously a good cook, but not consistent enough. I mean, 3 or 4 times I had to pick her up on making each brandade look exactly the same. If she worked for me, I would have been very cross.
Who would you have working with you out of those 3?
Well, not Debrati for the reasons just given.
David, get off the fence. Who would you employ?
Lynn.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. Lynn performed well in both tests. She entered the competition out of a love of winning, but now she wants it to change her life. Debrati's dish was too hot in the invention test, and she didn't impress in the restaurant. Now she has a mountain to climb to achieve her Michelin dream. Peter did well in the invention test, but had problems in the pro environment. He'll have to combine his technical knowledge with culinary flair if he hopes to progress to the quarterfinals.
It's your 2 courses, your own recipes. 2 of you are going home, and we'll have 1 quarterfinalist.
You've got 1 hour in which to wow us. It has to be wonderful.
Good luck. Cook your heart out, guys.
The contestants have to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one will win a place in Friday's quarterfinal.
Can you tell us what you're going to cook for us?
I'm cooking fish pakora with yogurt salad and pan-fried honey mustard lemon chicken with creamy mash.
Yesterday, you poured a large amount of Tabasco into our food and shocked us with the amount of chilli.
Yeah.
Is your food today going to be as spicy?
No, balanced.
Debrati, I look forward to your food with a little bit of reservation.
Okay, thank you.
Debrati's Euro-Asian menu is not convincing the judges.
Pakora's interesting idea, but my biggest problem is I don't like oily fish like salmon fried.
25 minutes left.
Peter is determined to technically impress and is pushing the boundaries with a challenging and time-consuming choice of dishes.
So what are you cooking for us, Peter?
Sea bass en papillote with potatoes boulangère and green beans. Starter is a pea and courgette risotto with squid.
Are you not trying to do a little bit too much here, Peter?
Once the potatoes are in the oven, they're done. Once the fish is in the oven, I don't need to worry about it. And the other things are sort of looking after themselves a little bit. It's the theory.
My concern is that actually the boulangère won't be cooked.
I like his style of food. I'm just not sure when it comes out we'll be able to eat it. I think it's going to be half raw.
You have just 10 minutes left.
Lynn's trying to show a more exotic bent with her Asian-inspired menu.
Tell us what you're cooking for us.
I'm cooking some pork and prawn dumplings, followed by sea bass with some Thai rice and some bok choy.
Is this your forte, the Southeast Asian?
I don't like bland food, and I don't know if that's a Birmingham thing, but I found what I was looking for in Asian-style food, really.
Do you fancy this competition, Lynn?
Initially, it was a good experience, and obviously I thought I could learn some more, but doing the professional kitchen today really made me want to actually take it a lot further.
I'd like to see more flavour going on her sea bass than just simply flavoured with salt and pepper, although she is putting flavour into her rice.
The fact is that it's very simple, Graham. It's not a difficult thing to do. What's it showing us about her ability to cook?
2 minutes. I'm slightly concerned.
That is it. It is all over.
For his starter, Peter has made courgette and pea risotto with squid. The main is sea bass en papillote with potato boulangère and green beans.
Let's try the risotto first. The predominant flavour is the mint, herbs, peas, the risotto. It's cooked very well. I've got to say right now, though, Peter, I'm not endeared by the squid because that piece to me is a bit too shiny still and looks a bit slightly undercooked.
Okay.
Light mint, the pea flavour you get, the rice is very well cooked, a little bit more seasoning for me. I think you can cook. Looking at the processes that you went through there, I think you can.
Peter, we're going to now move from your risotto to your main course. The fish is well flavoured, well seasoned. Predominant flavour, of course, the fennel. You know, it could be looked at and say, ooh.
I think it tastes great. The potatoes are soft, some are crispy. The fish is very clean. That's perfect.
For her first course, Lynn is serving Thai pork and prawn dumplings with a chilli dipping sauce. Her main course is crispy sea bass with Thai-style rice.
Nice textures. Unfortunately, the whole thing is sweetened rice wine vinegar. I like it, but it does seem a shame that I can't taste the filling.
There's a sweet flavour of the sauce with the strength of those shallots. Actually, the dumplings are really Moorish.
OK, we'll swap over. We've now got your main course.
Good flavours because the sea bass is so salty and sea and strong and rich. The skin is really crispy, which is brilliant. The rice is well flavoured, but it's crying out for sauce.
Yeah.
I do, though, somehow, in my heart, in my belly, think you can cook.
Do you think this is good enough for a quarter-final place?
I think it is, yes.
For her starter, Dobrati has opted for fish pakora, followed by a main course of pan-fried chicken with honey mustard sauce and mash.
The salmon goes so dry in there that the pakora, of course, is dry as well, and then it sort of almost feels as though it needs a sauce. It's OK, but it's not going to fill me with joy, I've got to say. Shall we move from your starter to your main course?
Yes.
I'm trying to work out what this is around the outside. Is it oil or is it a dressing?
Butter.
The chicken's overcooked. like it a little bit more moist.
Okay.
All right, you're on the right way with flavourings.
I'm going to try this with your mash. It's very sweet, which is unusual because everything you've done so far has got such a huge amount of chilli in it. There's no chilli in it at all. But we have a very, very small problem, and that is that there was lumps in your mashed potato. Okay. If you're going to make mash, make sure you get rid of those lumps. Debrati, what have you got that would make us put you through to the next round?
The knowledge of cooking.
It doesn't show up that well on this plate of food.
OK, you know what's going to come next. We have to make a decision. Right now, in front of us, we have a quarterfinalist. Which one of you it is, we are unsure. Thank you. This part of the decision is always quite difficult. But right now, in my mind, I feel as though we are down to a two-horse race. I do not believe that Debrati has the necessary skills to take it any further in this competition.
I think Debrati's food is interesting, and let's be honest, that's the best you could say about it.
Debrati's chicken today was dry, it was overcooked, the mashed potato was lumpy, it just wasn't right, it wasn't right.
I think Peter has the necessary grounding. The risotto was cooked perfectly, it tasted fantastic. His fish was beautifully flavoured, and his boulanger potatoes were soft and full of flavour with some crispy ones on top.
This is where my problem comes today. There's not that sort of, I want to do this, I want to win. See, Lynn has that sort of fire in her belly that makes me think she does want to go further. That bass was cooked absolutely perfectly. The rice was cooked perfectly, the flavours were right. And should that have had a sauce, it would have been a great dish.
I don't think Lynn's quite up to it. That was the Oriental equivalent of meat and 2 veg. I don't think Lynn has a repertoire.
This is always a tough decision.
A decision like this cannot be made lightly. Next round is the quarterfinals, and that's serious.
Our quarterfinalist. Peter, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you.
I have to say I wasn't nervous until I came and stood here, and as soon as I stood here my heart went.
Obviously slightly disappointed, but at the same time I've learned an awful lot from today and from yesterday, and hopefully I can take that forward.
This experience really inspires me to do more, yeah, not to stop here. I can go on. I'm still young. I can go on.
I feel great. I'm all right at cooking. It's nice to know, you know, it's nice to be told.
It looks awful.
How much booze you got in there, mate?
I didn't expect flavours like that.
It's some of the best mash I've eaten in a very long time.
Oh, man.
It's really good.